Zlatan, what are you loving the most about being in MLS?
I'm enjoying. It has gone 4 or 5 months. I'm starting to settle in and start to learn the game, get to know the game, and it's funny. My team is up and down, but we're working hard. We are still there to make it. So we have another 6 games. So hopefully we can make it. But the overall thing is it's a challenge.
It has brought you to Canada. Welcome. Welcome
you.
to the great country of Canada. I know you've been to probably, I think, over 40 countries in your career playing in competitive football. You know that Canadians love hockey. And I know you being a Swede, you enjoy your hockey too. There was a time, you tell in a book, where you maybe said one time, I'm done with soccer. I may play hockey. Can you tell us that story?
I think I was 12 years old and we were playing a game, and my goalkeeper, he didn't have a good day. We considered like 8 goals in a game, and I was angry, like today, like now. If I lose, I get angry. But at that time, I said, I'm not playing football anymore. This is it, and I want to play ice hockey. And then I look it up, but it was too expensive for me because all of the material, I could not afford it. So I went back to football, and I think I did good.
You did good. Yeah, from a council estate in southern Sweden to being a world-class star, you did. I think it worked out. You made the right decision on that one.
I think so.
Yes, but there's some famous Swedish hockey players who played a lot in Canada. Mats Sundin, the Sedin brothers, and obviously many others. You're familiar with those, obviously.
There is a lot of them. I mean, Sweden is a small country, but the athletes we bring out is phenomenal, and especially in ice hockey because there is many of them abroad playing in Canada and US, and we represent Sweden in the best way. So we are thankful for the opportunity and for the opportunity given. So, but I'm pretty sure we give back also.
You do. I want to talk to you about something you're very familiar with. That's winning. You've won over.
It's all about winning.
It's all about winning. You've won over 30 trophies in 17 seasons, and we know, Zlatan, watching you, what you can provide on the field externally, but internally, can you take us into the mind of a winner?
I think the winner is how much are you willing to give to get it, and the more chances you have to get it. And I always say, in my case, I'm a football player now, so the way you train is the way you play games. You perform in the training, you will perform in the game. And that is my approach of the game, and I will do anything to win. And that is how much I want it. So if you ask my teammates in training, if I lose, let's say we play 5 against 5, and I lose, ask them if I'm happy or not, which I'm pretty sure they will say he's not happy. And that is where I think the mentality comes from, because if you don't have it in the training, you will not have it in the game. That is my approach. Then I don't know for the other ones, but in my case it has been working, and I didn't change it for nothing. And this is something I learned in Italy. It's more important to win than the game, to make it beautiful, let's say. But if you can combine it, even better. Yes.
You talk about what you learned in Italy. I know Fabio Capello had a huge influence on your career, but you had a huge influence on many people in Italy. The winning mindset. You think about Gattuso when he was begging for you to come to Milan. You think about when you went to Inter and you saw the Argentine players on one side, the Brazilian players on the other, and you went to Moratti and said, we've got to get these together. How proud are you of what you did off the field there as well to bring that winning mentality to those teams?
I think, what I come with is the package, I think. I come with the whole thing, and not only the football player, what I'm good at that. And because I feel on the side of the pitch, we have a big responsibility. In my case, it changed when I came to Inter. That was the first step where I felt like, listen, we give you this contract, we brought you, now it's up to you. What is the outcome? And that is where I think I became more mature, more of a leader, which I don't like to call myself, because either you're a leader or you're not. This is nothing you choose, or you point at a guy and say you're a leader. This is something you are or you're not, in my eyes. So, but that is the step when I took, and I said, listen, I have more responsibility. I will guide you in the right way, and I played with fantastic players. So this is a collective sport. This is nothing you do alone. Without them, I would be nobody. So I needed them as much as they needed me. So, and yes, I felt more responsibility in the pitch and outside the pitch, and that is something that grows in you, and it becomes natural. So, I mean, I like to have the pressure. When they ask me, I got a question like yesterday or before yesterday, but don't you think the guys have too much pressure now for the situation we are? It's not a problem. Give me that pressure. I will take their pressure and my own, so they don't need to feel it. So if we lose, it's my fault. I have no problem to take that responsibility, and that is what I like, because that triggers me. That is what gives me motivation. That is the adrenaline I want, because after 25 years, I think I have, in 700-800 games, you need to find the extra kick, the extra bar you put, the objectives for giving yourself the little extra. And that is what I say. How much are you willing to give to get what you want?
You talk about all those games, all those trophies you've won. You smile, like the smile on your face. You love this game, don't you? I can see, because sometimes when players say they win, they automatically think about what's next and they can't enjoy the victories. What about yourself? You look like somebody who consistently can always enjoy. You're so blessed, I think, towards the game. You just love it.
I love the game. I find it very challenging, because you learn something new every day in the training. You try to capitalize, I think you say, the moment, because that is moments what will repeat itself. And that is what I think I said it one time. I have this ability, I can see 3 steps in front what happens, and I got these images. Now you will think, who does he think he is? But I see images on the pitch where I see solutions, but not in the first step. If I give it here, I know what will happen there, and that's the way it is. And if you see my game, it happened. And I think my problem is that I'm never satisfied. I win one thing, I want another thing immediately, because the more I can get, I know when I stop, the more satisfied I will be, the more I collect it. And that is the game. I mean, you want to collect as much as possible. I'm chasing these 500 goals. Who thought I would score 500 goals when I was young? Because they said he's a good player, but he doesn't know how to score. And imagine the feeling I will have when I do that goal. Mm-hmm. And that goes out to all of them that said he doesn't know how to score. And I will share that moment with them.
Big game player, many goals in the biggest games around the world. Sir Alex Ferguson once said the courage in a footballer was the one when the crowd were against them in the biggest games ever. They want the ball. Yes. They always want the ball. You'd agree with that?
When everybody against you, then you see who the real guy is. I had those moments many times, because when you play the big games, and I remember when I was 20 and I came to Ajax, and the journalist asked me, he didn't know so much about me, and he asked me a question: when you come to stadiums, do they whistle you or do they cheer you? I said, they whistle. It means you're a good player, because the best player they want to disturb. And that is what I kept in my mind. And now when you nurture it, when you come to stadiums, they whistle you, they try to provocate you, get you out of balance. That they want to do to the guy who can make the difference. And that is the moment when you conquer the whole stadium. And I had this moment many times, because when I played against teams, let's say when I went to Milan from Inter, not from Inter, but from Juventus to Inter, mm-hmm. That is not a step everybody does. But then you get a lot of people against you. And imagine when you play against them. That is where you have to show who you are. And I did that many times. But it's all about the game. You need to naturally go through it. It's nothing you will say, hey, listen, I want that, and yeah, I will do this. No, that comes by itself. And with the experience I have, with all the teammates I play with that helped me, the coaches, I mean, it shaped me for the one I am today.
And you have no regrets? No regrets at all?
I don't believe in regrets, because every move you make it was supposed to happen. It was the destiny, and it's all about how you handle it. So every step I took, I learned from it, and I became the one I am thanks to all these steps. So there is no regrets, never.
even about some of the things you said, because you've said some of the most iconic sporting quotes out there.
Tell me any quotes and I will confirm to you if it's true or not.
Let me tell you my favorite Zlatan quote, because it's not the one that everyone talks about. Everyone talks about the one when they said, what did you get the engagement present for her? What did you say?
She got Zlatan.
Right. It's the one when you used to run past a house and then you wanted to buy the house in
And
Sweden.
they're living in my house.
House.
I went to the house, I said, listen, this is my house, it's not yours. You have 1 week, this is the offer, and they went out.
And why do you have a fascination with lions?
Because I think every human being has a little animal in himself. And me, I have the lion. Because when I come out on the pitch, I feel like a lion. Because when I hunt, I catch my bait. And when I catch my bait, it's over. And that is how I see the game. And like I said to you, how much will do you have to get what you want? And the lion, he doesn't give up. And that is who I am. I will not give up until I make it the way I want and what I want.
What I love about you is that you'll always talk about your teammates. You said earlier about...
You love me. I thought you hate me.
Never. No, don't hate anyone. I love... what about... You always talk about your teammates.
You're from where? England?
Originally, I'm Canadian. Proud Canadian.
Ah, okay.
But yeah,
Well,
originally from England. But you
Originally
always,
from England.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. You always
So
talk
you
about...
didn't like me in the beginning because no English.
No, I've always...
Yeah, you sure? Not because I sit here.
You know why, Zlatan? Because anybody who has a high level...
Listen, England didn't like me until I came to them.
I know.
And
You
when
were
I
given
came
a
to
hard
them and I
time.
conquered England, they all loved me.
They all love you.
That was the destiny. And that I have no regrets. Trust me, that was a moment that I really enjoyed. Even if I gave them 4 goals, and 1 goal they will remember for the rest of their life.
And you went to England and played for the biggest club in England.
When I was 35 also,
Yeah.
people said I was in a wheelchair. I made the Premier League look old and me young.
And how hard was that to come back from that injury?
It was hard because it was the first major injury I had. So the situation changed from one thing to another thing. And I was a little bit, not lost, because I have good people around me to take care of my physical part. And I had people around me that trusted me, trusted my abilities. And the situation was all new. I needed to do things I never did before. I needed to approach things in a different way. But I went through it, I learned from it, and only Zlatan could injure Zlatan like that, nobody else.
Before you go, I have a quiz. Quiz Zlatan. Can I get 2 minutes of your time? I know
Get
you have
as much as you want.
I know you have an amazing memory.
Because you're from Canada. If you were from
England, we'd be done.
England, we would already finish this.
I have some
meeting.
moments from your career. We'll pick a few. Okay?
Tell me.
June 18th.
But we will stay here all day if you want to take
June
the whole
18th,
career.
2000. This is because you are the star of your own movie. I want to talk about your co-stars because I said earlier what I love about you is you always give your teammates credit as well.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
So these are about your co-stars. Okay.
Okay.
In your movie, June 18th, 2004, Porto, 85th minute, Sweden losing 1-0 to Italy. Zlatan backheels it into the goal. You know this goal.
Yes.
Melberg and Panucci challenge for the ball, and you then backheel it. Who do you backheel it over? Who is the Italian on the line?
Bobo Vieri.
Very good. See, one out of one. May 18th, 2008, at Parma, last day of the season. Inter Milan, everyone is panicking. Chievo playing Roma. You're losing.
Roma is champions for the
Roma
moment.
are going to be champions.
Last 25 minutes I come in.
Zlatan comes in, and you score 2 goals. Do you remember anybody who set them up for you?
The first one I got it from the midfield, I think Stankovic.
Correct.
And I scored, and the second from Maicon.
Maicon, 3 out of 3. November 29th, 2009, Camp Nou, El Clasico. Zlatan is subbed in on the 50th minute.
Dani Alves crosses, and I score with left.
Dani Alves, he even knows the question. 4 out of 4. June 19th, 2012, volley against France, Kiev, European Championships. Who crossed the ball?
Sebastian Larsen.
Sebastian Larsen.
And he gets it from Kim.
5.
Kjellström.
Do you remember who the defender
From
was who tried to
Kim
challenge the
Kjellström
ball?
get it from me.
Do you remember who challenged the ball and you volleyed it in?
Mexes.
Nexus, yes, very good. November 15th, 2012, Stockholm. The bicycle thief does his bicycle goal. The best goal, maybe the best goal you ever scored. Which was the goalie that you beat?
Yeah, and Ian Hart.
Joe Hart, yeah.
Yeah, Joe Hart.
yeah.
Ian Hart.
The best goal you ever scored, do you think?
I think the greatest feeling because of the relation with the English journalists, media, even if it's not all, because you cannot judge all in couple of persons because that is not fair. But the thing, like, you're not good enough if you're not performing good against the English team, you're not good if you haven't played in England and all this. But I gave them a goal. I think they enjoyed also because after the goal, I saw all the English side stood up and they clapped their hands. Because I think they never saw an English player do something like this.
No.
But a Swedish player did it.
It's one of the most remarkable goals in the history of the game.
It was crazy. It was nice because normally you score 3 goals, which I did already,
Yeah.
you're satisfied. But there you see, my will was bigger than that. I was not satisfied. I wanted more. That is what happened afterwards. And I think even people left stadium before that because they said he already killed the game. But he did something people will remember forever. Even if it's friendly game, but still is the beauty of the game because that is the moments you will remember. Mm-hmm. And not only the moments that when it's official, the competition game, which is more important, yes. But the beauty of the game is these things also.
Final question. For 7 out of 7, EFL Cup final against Southampton at Wembley, 2-2, 86th minute, Zlatan heads in the winner for Manchester United.
Under Herrera.
Under Herrera is the right answer to cross the ball.
And from him came from Martial.
Your memory is almost as
No,
good
I
as
know my things.
Yes.
Trust me. When it comes to my own things, what I did, that's why I said to you, give me the quotes. I will say to you if it's correct or if
Yes.
it's not correct.
Yes.
I know them also, but I have control.
That was special for winning a trophy for United.
That was something amazing because that showed how passionate the people are in England for their game, and especially in Manchester United because the fan base is amazing. The club is amazing, and when you come somewhere and you get to win something, it's a mark you leave, a stamp you leave when you go, and that is what I'm trying to do. Wherever I go, I try to leave a stamp and satisfy the people, the fans. Like I said in the beginning, like my teammates, my coaches, my people working for the club, the fan. That is what we're trying to give. We try to give back as much as possible because without the fans, 50% out of the game is gone, and they are as much as important as the game. So, and they are part of the game, and I always try to give back as much as I can.
Well, Zlatan, you continue to do it. You make many people smile around the world.
Thank
It's
you.
been an absolute pleasure to chat with you
Thank you.
and an honor to watch you throughout your career.
very
Congratulations.
much.
Thanks again for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.